Hey there, welcome back to Less Things Big Dreams. I'm working late tonight. I've actually been working a lot of hours just trying to get the Cougar build done, get this thing put back together. But I'm to another kind of a pivotal moment in the renovation process. I'm getting ready to close up these walls, and I thought this would be a great time to shoot a quick episode to update you guys and show you what I've been up to. Just like in the last episode, we're going to start by coming through the front door. As you can see over my shoulder, I still have some work to do here. We're actually going to be building a custom cabinet to go in this space, and because of that, I'm not as worried about framing this wall because there is no framing. We're just trying to get to paint, and that's next, and so this is going to be cabinetry later on. Let's go ahead and start up in the front. Going up the stairs, you'll see we're going to go up one step. Where the blue tape is, that's going to be that cabinet I talked about. We'll have things on the front and then also some coat hooks on the back side. And you'll go down the hallway here, and this is going to be the bunk room. I am playing around with the arch door detail right now. So that arch is going to come down another inch or two, so I have clearance when the door opens. It's going to swing into the room. And that'll probably be just I'm going to try to make something really cool on the CNC. To go into that space. So that's going to be to come. I'll probably just have like a plywood false door for a while. So that framing is done. In the girls' room, there's really not a lot of updates. As you can see, all the ceiling panels are up. We have a few things we're going to tweak on the front there, but other than that, we'll get to the girls' room later. And backing up a little bit, you'll notice this detail here. It's really tight, sorry. But we had to play with this layout a lot to get it to work right. So what we end up doing is I actually made a pocket door. So it works just like any old pocket door. Works really well. Same deal. I'm going to be making a custom door for this. But until then, there's the pocket door. And I actually, believe it or not, this is the hardware from the Cougar. This was the old sliding door for the bathroom. So I reused that, and we have a sliding door now. Coming into the bathroom, you can kind of get a feel for what this is going to be like. If you remember, we're going to have a vanity here with a basin sink on top. We're going to have a deep vanity mirror here with a slide out in the back there. Duma wall on the walls. We got Moen faucets. Toilet's going to go here, and then really nothing else will be in this area. Like you can see here, you got a sliding door that closes here. So pretty cool feature. Really excited about it. Never built one before, but seems to be working pretty good so far. So that's the bathroom and the upstairs. We'll go downstairs now, and this has really become a wall. There's a lot going on here. I'll try to explain it really quick, but there's so much happening in this wall. It took me a while to get it right and get everything situated, but I think I got it. And this is actually, believe it or not, I think this is right here is one of the original framed walls. These guys here, and this is actually changing. I'm tearing that out tonight. And then this framing is original. So the framing for this wall is the only original framing left on the interior of the trailer. I added the sheet of OSB so the Duma wall had something solid to attach to. So this is it. This is the only original stuff. I'm going to have to knock out some of this anyways as well in order to plumb up the new shower valve and everything. So really a lot going on, but I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I added a lot of circuits in the panel. This is a 30 amp trailer, but I have a pet peeve of running the microwave and then you have a heater somewhere else in the house and you end up with a blown circuit. So I tried to isolate these circuits as much as I could. So we have our microwave circuit here, and that was existing. That wasn't anything new. This is just a normal outlet, but that's for toasters and things like that. Toaster, hot water kettle, things like that. Down there is a new outlet, new circuit for the fireplace. We have a 18-inch wide fireplace that's going to be going in the cabinet here. Up here is a combiner box. Nice and tidy, but you can't have these junctions inside the wall, so you actually, this will have a plate on it, And then I have another outlet up here, which I'm excited about because you can see here. If you haven't seen these before, this is all Cat 6 wire, or I guess Cat 5e is the wire I ran. Throughout the whole trailer, you can see I have it running to the front TV, the rear TV. There's an external jack on the trailer, and then also the rear desk has a jack. And then what these are called Keystone connectors. So nothing to do with the brand of RV, but these are called Keystone connectors, and they pop into the plate, and you can kind of mix and match and do what you want. So this is going to become kind of a patch panel for the RV. So I'll add a switch. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm going to add a switch, and then I'll just have short patch cables going from here to the switch, and it's just going to be an unmanaged switch. So real simple stuff, but I was excited to have the opportunity to put those in, put power right next to it, so they don't have to have cables running everywhere to make everything work correctly. So that's this wall. Not a lot. This is my black tank vent, and that's actually something I need to add in the bathroom. Is I need to add a new stack for the gray tank, as well as a drain on that side of the trailer for the sink. Let's see. Moving on. Not a lot's changed as far as the kitchen's concerned, but you can get an idea now at this ceiling. So these lights are stinking bright. The kitchen alone has 10 light bulbs or LEDs, so you can see lots of light in this area now. But going through the kitchen, there really isn't a lot. Like I said, 12-volt wire for the hood that I'm going to put in. I mean, really, I just spent time tidying everything up. If you saw, I'll put a picture on the screen of what this looked like before. This whole thing was just a mess. So I went through kind of to do the roof detail. Or the ceiling detail, I had to go through and just really tighten this up, make it look nice and pretty, so that way I could hide it up in the ceiling. Moving on further back in the trailer, this area here hasn't changed much. I still need to kind of frame a column out that creates a chase for this to run through, and then I can start tidying that up. You know what I'm doing down here, just haven't gotten there yet. And then this is what I worked on today. So this is the back wall. This back wall here is kind of a little bit of everything space. So as you know, we're trying to, can't remember if I said this or not on the last episode, but anyways, I'll let the secret out. We're trying to source a Happy Jack bed lift. So Happy Jack, they make all of like the camper lifts, they make bed lifts. So pretty much any toy hauler that you've ever seen or been in has a Happy Jack bed lift. So I have this all pre-wired. The switch and everything is wired for it. And because of that, it created kind of a unique problem, because when the bed's up, certain things won't be accessible. When the bed's down, certain things won't be accessible. Plus, this is a sleeping space. And so I had to kind of think through everything in order to get this space right. I think I got it right. Once we live in it, I'm sure I'll find ways to make it better. But for now, here's what I came up with, and we'll see what you guys think. We'll start up here. Like I said before, we got a 12-volt sconce light, a couple 12-volt wires for circuits on the underside of the bed, and then a control wire and power wire for the Happy Jack. So that hasn't changed. I'm going to get those tucked up into the ceiling panel once I get the back wall on. And then up in here, so this is a nook I created for whoever sleeps on this side of the bed. So it has a outlet here, which I'm going to swap out for one of those USB, the ones that have 2 USB ports in it. So that'll be our nook, and then that's going to be accessible while the bed is down. So that's going to be kind of like your spot. And then once the bed comes up, it should pretty much cover this entire cubby. So you won't be able to access that unless the bed is down. But when the bed is up, we're going to have our TV. So I've done a lot of like AV work over the years, audiovisual stuff. Pretty much any house I've ever lived in, I've done a custom setup like this. And this one's actually pretty mild compared to what I normally do, just because it's such a small space. In this TV space, you can see I got a lot going on. So what I ended up doing was I pulled power here. I couldn't go through the back here because there's some shelving on the back of this wall that I really didn't want to lose. So I'm hoping this works okay and then we can still get it plugged in when the TV is mounted. This is 3 inches deep, so I have a little bit of extra space in here. Here is one of those Ethernet ports. You saw those on the Keystone jacks, or on the main panel over in the other cabinet. So we have that. And then this bottom section here, I created a second little nook, and that will be for a sound bar. I don't know which one yet, but I just went the width of the TV, and I think that'll be good enough. And then because a lot of sound bars, in order to get there's no delay between like what you see on screen and then the TV, it works best to do like ARC over HDMI, or also using like a fiber optic cable in order to make sure the sound is synced up with the image on the screen. So what I ended up doing was I just got a couple of these inch and a quarter. These are actually just two street 90s. And I just put them together, and then I drilled holes, and then I fastened it to the wall. But what this is it acts as a chase. This was like $5 in materials. But now I can chase wires. I can fit an HDMI head through that hole, no problem, whatever I end up doing. So that's already in the wall, and then that'll keep this nice and clean. And then over on the right, the only thing left here is I have another, this is a jack for the desk. So if you ever want to do like a network storage device or something like that, you can have this here, and then it patches through to the switch over in the closet. So that's just a way to keep things clean as well. And then this one's I'm not gonna have an outlet here. This will be a bank of drawers, and then there'll be a top that goes over here, and there'll be like a apron on the back, like a 4-inch apron that doesn't move. And so my thought is I can do a couple of outlets on that desk on the backside, and that way I have USB and 110 volt as well. You can have both those in that area. So that's my thought for the desk area, and that wiring is pretty much wrapped up. Other than that, I'm just going to get cranking tonight on, I'm going to try to get that wall back there paneled and rebuild this wall here. Just little by little, we're working away at this. By the time you see this, we're likely going to be done with the trailer, but I felt like there was going to be a lot of people that would want to see these updates. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you go over and follow us, because that's where we kind of share like live in the day updates. And then YouTube is just, especially when we're building, YouTube is behind just because there's just not time to do editing and get everything uploaded. But either way, I feel like this is the best that I can do for right now, just giving update videos, and then that way it's documented and people can kind of see what the process looks like. So make sure you comment below if there was anything in here you feel like I missed or something I could do better. And then also make sure you follow and subscribe, because we're going to be continuing this build process, and I'm going to be uploading these videos. So if you want to see more, make sure you click on the link to the next video once it's there. And we are so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for following. I'm going to get back to work, and you guys have a good day.